stories and made, you know, less expensive sort of art pictures, I guess I could say. That's why we had moved to San Francisco to sort of have our own, be reinforced by colleagues to do that kind of film. But we ran into some pretty stiff financial realities, and we were rapidly going broke, and so an opportunity to direct a movie where they would actually pay you was attractive. and you know, it was an extraordinary day. On one Sunday, I was living in San Francisco, and I had looked at the New York Times and seen an ad of that puppeteer's hand saying Mario Puzo's The Godfather, which was in the book review as a novel. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. I thought it was some Italian intellectual, you know, like Italo Calvino, or someone was doing a treatise on power, my impression from the ad. And I got on that, this is a true story, on that day I got a phone call, and who was it? Dream of dreams, it was Marlon Brando, who of course as a theater student in the 50 I so admired, and I had sent him, I was surprised to actually get a phone call and hear his voice on the phone, because he was about to turn down the role I was offering him in the Conversation, which was a screenplay more like the personal art films that I thought I wanted to make. And so on the same day that I saw this ad of The Godfather, I got a phone call from the real Marlon Brando, who was turning down that script. And then there was a knock on the door, and two fellows, I didn't really know them well, but they knew I was in San Francisco. One was, they were producers, and they were working on a film that Sidney Furie was directing called Big False and Little Halsey. Or is it Little Halsey? And well, nonetheless, it was that movie. And they just had my address, and they knocked on the door and came in, and of course I welcomed them. We gave them some coffee and stuff, and they were two producers, Al Ruddy Jr. and Gray Fredrickson, working on that movie. But when you think about it, all of those threads on that one, this is, again, an astonishing true story. Marlon Brando noticing the ad of The Godfather in the paper, and the two guys who would turn out to be the producers of The Godfather all convened on that one Sunday in San Francisco. Of course, you know, I got the book and read it, but I was greatly disappointed when I first started to read, because it wasn't some intellectual study of power. It was really a potboiler that Mario Puzo had written to get some money from his kids, and it was really full of, if anyone's read The Godfather, the first 3/4 of it isn't at all about what the movie is about. It's about a lady who has certain medical problems, and the doctor who cures it. Those who read the book know what I'm talking about. Half the book was about that. So I put it down saying, oh, this is just a money pot maker, a pot boiler, and I wasn't interested in it. And so, oddly enough, when they did offer to me the opportunity of doing it, mainly because everyone else had turned it down, I turned it down also, because I was interested in doing The Conversation, and I had this idea of doing more personal writing, and George Lucas then was an young associate. Francis, we need the money. They're going to chain the tax authorities going to chain the front door of American Zoetrope. We're not going to be able to get into our own place because we have no money. You got to take a